Okay, so make sure your ssroot su dash dash here, like that. So make sure root. And then after you type in your password, if you weren't, it'll come up. And then now we're going to say yum space install space -y space open SSH. Go ahead and get that going. And then we're going to do yet again, but we're going to do it for vsftpd. So we're going to do vsftpd like that, and then that's going to install vsftp. Alright, so after that, then you're going to want to do one of the other commands, and that one is going to be systemctl. Now you must have those installed before you can do either one of these. Now we're going to enable them first. Enable, and let's just do ssh d.service, like so. And it's going to hit the up arrow, so we'll type it out again. And I'm going to change that from enable to start. Okay, like that. Bam, there we go. All right, awesome. And then same thing again, but we're going to change this from that to vsftpd, like that. And then we're going to hit the up arrow again, and then change that from enable to start. And then now we've run those programs. Now, if I cd into /etc here, /vsftpd, to that folder, we can say ls, and we can see what's inside the folder. If I type in vim vsftpd.conf, I can then edit this file. You come in here and edit this file. I need to do a few things. I need to hit the I key to go into edit mode, and then I need to change that from yes to a no. And then saying that from local, right enable, this is yes, umask here should be something like 007. And then going on down, this will all be explained in lecture. Make anonymous. No, we do not want to make anonymous capable. Keep on going down through this file here. And we need to set ASCII, yes. We need to say ASCII to yes, otherwise Windows people won't be able to upload web pages through FTP. And so that's really important. We must have that in there. So we do that. And we can even do some other stuff here. Right now we're listening on IPv6. If we didn't want to do that, we could set IPv listen here to yes, and then this one here to no. So it's up to you how you want to do it. If you want to use IPv6 or IPv4. Right now it's set to IPv6. So if I hit escape though and hit Shift ZZ, that will save. Alright, so what do I need to do? I need to come up with my good old handy one right here and put a re in front of it to make it restart. And there we are. And now we have restarted that service, and we're done. So we can prove that it works, FTP. And the way we do that is we need to yum install -y FileZilla, like so. And we're just waiting on that for a second here. And what this is a graphical program that lets you FTP into your folders, things like that, so you can transfer files back and forth. We can also use OpenSSH now to access a remote server. So, of course, we can do that with yet another terminal if we like. So I can come over here, I can right-click, and I can say New Window. And what this will do is launch another terminal. And so I can prove to you that I can become SSH here. And then I can say root, for instance, at localhost. And this will let me assume root control. I become root on another system. So this is how I can remote connect into another computer. LS, etc., PWD, etc. So when I'm done, I can just type in exit, and it lets me log back out. So that's how you use SSH. I'm just going to go ahead and exit that. Okay, so now we can see our FileZilla has transferred, and I can just start typing in FileZilla if I like. And if I'm too lazy to go hunt it down, which I am, so I'm going to say OK. And then the host here is going to be localhost. You can do someone else's computer in the lab if you like. So you can work with a partner if you like on this. Student, password, and the port. Now, if you are going to use the student's computer, make sure you use the IP address for that computer. The way to find out the IP address, okay, so here I am. I'm now in here, and I can now drag and drop files from here into here. And thus I can transfer files between the two. Very cool. Really quite neat. But say I want to get the IP address for someone else's, my IP address on my machine. The way I do that is come in here and say ifconfig like this, and it'll tell me. And then this is what my IP address is right now on this network here, running through the broadcast here. So this is what, I'm sorry, this is the iNet one. So this is my actual IP address, and I can communicate with another person with this. So very, very cool. And then that's how you can do that. So if you do want to use network within the person and test out your FTP server or SSH and connect into each other, that's how you do it. And then you can just go into another person's computer on the network. All right, but right there, that covers it. That's how to do FTP. That's how to do SSH. Oh yeah, and FTP commands real quick if you like. I can cover those real quick. Let's just go here and type in terminal. It helps if I spell it right. Okay. So I'm just going to click on terminal here. And one of the things I can do for FTP is I can type in FTP. All right, so if I want to do FTP, I can just type in FTP here, space localhost. Okay. And then it's going to ask me, like for instance, student, since it's the only other one on the system, password, awesome. And then now I can check out the files in here. I can get a file which lets me download it. So for instance, I could CD into something like, oh gosh, there's probably no files. Let's check out documents. That's the problem. We're not going to have anything to work with here. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Okay. Well, if there was files, we could transform. We could use the get command space and then name of the file to download, and it'll download the file. And then if I wanted to put a file up on there, I could say put to upload a file, and then I'd say the name of the file to upload. And then if I wanted to put up multiple files, I'd say input like this to put multiple files. And if I want to get multiple files, I say mget to download. Name of files to download with spaces between them. Yeah, you'd have to put spaces between the files for each name. So it gets kind of tedious because you have to type out each file. But that's where the graphical is nice. You can just like drag and drop a whole folder with files in it, so it's a lot easier. So usually you're going to use graphical for FTP, but if you need to, you absolutely have to. That's how you do a command line. All right. So with that, that covers how to do all that. All right. Very cool.